Hello, hello.
Hello, 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 hello. I'm
What,
at a
another
place
fellow
called
YouTuber?
Vertigo.
Hello, hello. That's how he introduces his YouTube. Hello, hello.
Let me
Let him further back.
Yeah, I'm back. I've just shared it in the group again.
Okie dokie.
So let's stick this on the older gimbal. It does catch the volume sometimes, this gimbal does, but it should be okay.
It's not to do with my fans, is it?
I wouldn't have thought so. It just when we went live, it just went it sort of went dead quiet and then was all echoing.
Right,
But
okay.
it was my end, I think. I think
No,
it's
I think it
almost
could have
like
been
it.
my TV on. Shall I try and turn? No, I don't want to break it now, so I will leave my TV off. If I
Yeah,
have to answer anything,
It's
guys, I
working
will
fine.
answer
Yeah.
it here.
So the nice thing about the gimbal is it will follow you around, and you can sort of twist it from side to side, and it stays vertical.
Are you holding that?
Yeah,
But then you have to hold it. You're not hands free.
it has got a stand, so I can put it down. It's got like a mini tripod on it. So when I went live the other day, I was here
Hi,
because
guys.
there's a better back view. Hello, guys. Apologies for the technical difficulties earlier.
Best time.
So give us a shout out. Let us know who's here, and I'll wait to see who joins, and I'll give Rob an introduction. So we've got four on the stream at the moment. I might drag my chair around and sit down for a bit. But, last 2 days I've been really good health wise, like the
Take
best
a
I've
seat
been
there.
in months. See, look at the view.
Man's behind, man's the
Hi,
other side.
hi guys.
Man's that
Can
side.
you guys hear us?
Chill.
It's like old John. It is John, but the only difference is we're
It's in
not
my
allowed to
face.
play music. We're not allowed to
I'm not
play
my name.
music like we did on
No
band.
music allowed. Football clips. Hello.
How you doing, football clips?
Anyways, John, good evening. Good, good. Sound
Yeah,
is fine.
I don't know if you're on the earlier one, John. Just as soon as I sort of hit go live, it made a mad sort of gurgling sound, and
What's wear it football clips?
just went really echoey. And Rob sounded a bit Daleki to me. It might have been the internet in here. So
I've got
my
one
whole room's
gigabyte, so
controlled. But
my internet's
my
fine.
it's oh, yours is really good.
One
I've
gigabyte
got
speed.
three networks at home.
Good
I've
to
got a
see you,
guest
John.
network,
Speak again. Is
the
the building
five network, the five
a shrimp
gig
empire?
network, and the 2.4, and everything in here is connected on the 2.4. And somebody delivered a parcel, but I didn't hear the door go. Like somebody's at the door type thing, when the ring doorbell picks up motion. And
Hmm.
my 2.4 gig work was down. Um, ended up just reboot. I tried everything, but ended up rebooting it. Yeah, they don't automatically reconnect. You have to switch them on and off, and then they'll
Thanks for the
connect.
subscription.
So
Football
it's
clips.
I've tried to automate it, and it's really good when there's internet, but when there's no internet, it's rubbish. So okay, we've got five people on. Obviously, we know John. Football clips. I'll for those of you that don't know Rob. Rob ran a huge group on the band app. I met Rob through the band app, I think. And Rob, I was keeping shrimp, and Rob got me into Carradina,
For the Shrimp
and
Factory, UK.
he wouldn't take it. He wouldn't take any money for the first shrimp he sent me, and he sent me some really nice ones that I ended up having to put in a mix tank. And from that day to this, there was shrimp in that mix tank that just shouldn't have been in that shrimp tank, in that mix tank. And
You've ruined it.
we've obviously been really good friends ever since. And he's trying to copy me with the beard, but he's just had his trimmed. I'm actually getting a haircut on Thursday, so for those of you that know me, you know I've not been great. I've not been great of late, and was supposed to go to Turkey, and I'd grew the beard to get it cut in Turkey and trimmed properly, and
It has frogs in it, I believe.
the box.
I knew, but the thing was, Glenn, I knew exactly what I meant.
Behind me,
Yes.
a couple of months, so I haven't been able to get out and get a haircut, and I've sort of hinted to the woman that cuts my hair if she'd come to the house, and she said she would, but never did. So, but I've been able to drive the last couple of days. Not mad far, but comfortable enough that I'm not panicking about sitting in the car and
Enjoy
stuff.
it while you
So
can.
I read laser. So I've been that good the last couple of days. I actually got the jet wash out and managed to actually wash the car for the first time in about 18 months. It's been washed, but it's been washed when I've took it for a service and stuff. And they just throw a cloth over it, whereas I've cleaned it. So probably overdid it a bit yesterday, but I'm still feeling half decent today. So I've actually booked. I'm going to keep a bit of the length in it, and I'm going to keep the moustache because I want a proper handlebar moustache on the go, just so I know. And then I'll probably take it off. But I'm going to keep a bit of length in it, but just tidy it up. But the hair's long. My hair's never more than a couple of millimeters around the sides and back, and it's actually probably about an inch and a half. So, but we'd Rob and I had, had talked about Rob coming on lives. He's got himself a new tripod so he can come on lives, and we're going to plan in a Carradina for beginners live stream. So we're still going through the courses, John. We're still going through the planning stages of talking points.
There'll
probably be half a dozen talking points, but stuff for absolute newbies of what's
creating a few hybrids.
What you have to have. So we'll sort of go through that. This was going to be a private.
I've just got a new RO system, so I can actually increase my capacity if I wanted to.
This was going to be a private live stream, so we were going to just do it as unlisted, so Rob could get comfortable with the functions of live on YouTube and stuff. But we thought, bugger it, we'll do a live. So nothing really planned. There's not massive amounts. I can tell you I've videoed a little bit of stuff today. So I've done a couple of things in the room myself today. As I say, I've been good the last few days, best I've been in 18 months. So I'm not out of the woods. I'm still in pain, but I'm in a point where I can do stuff, and I'm not sort of 10 minutes stop, 10 minutes stop, 10 minutes stop. I've finished the plumbing, not the plumbing, the top-up system on the last two tanks today. So that's the last two float valves have gone in, and that's all my tanks until I change my mind. But that's all my tanks in. and I've done a little bit of work in the both of the terrariums actually. So there was a peace lily in one that Rob gave me, funnily enough. So the peace lily was from Rob's, and its leaves were looking quite yellowy, like lacking in nutrients, not
So
enough green in there. Yeah, it's a nitrogen deficiency. So I've given what I've done is I've sort of spooned in a few spoons of worm castings over the top of it, just so it's got worm poo, yeah, worm poo, just so it's got a bit of. I absolutely love that terrarium. We'll go and have a look at it actually, but I absolutely love that terrarium. So let's. I'll open the doors on it. They won't jump out anyway, but
I won't move
let's
like
spin
Glen
this.
Guest. I'll stay right here.
Let's spin this round, and then
Yeah,
we'll have
John,
a
I
look at
think
what
it looks
Robin.
like it's well, very successful. I'm looking at a fish tank right now full of babies everywhere.
Yeah, so this is the terrarium, and as you can see, that peace lily doesn't hold as much green as it probably could. So down the little hole down the back, I've put there's a frog down there actually, but I've sort of put a load of there's a frog there as well. Where is he?
It's lacking
Just
iron.
I think it's lacking everything. So we've put frogs jumping all over the place here. There's one just there. So I put some worm castings over, and the difficulty is you can't fertilize them. You can. There probably are ferts, but because of the nature of the frogs and the fact that they absorb stuff through their skin, you have to be really natural with everything. So I'll try the worm casting, see how they go. It's growing in absolutely lovely, actually, and the ficus is sort of starting to take over. And then if we go to this one, so this doesn't have frogs in yet. I've topped up with a bit of topsoil and moved a few things about and planted a golden pothos at the top of that cork bark tube. So hopefully that'll sort of start to trail. But I am waiting for a big cork log that I'm going to run at 45 degrees here. And ideally, I want to try and train the golden pothos to come down that log. Maybe put some mosses and stuff on it as well. And then I have got videos going out on this stuff, but the galaxies have been moved, and this was so John uses dead shrimp powder. So this was 3 weeks with dead shrimp powder,
Yes,
and the bottom of that was absolutely heaving with algae, and I mean heaving. And these
it's
shrimp
growth very quickly.
did it in a couple of days. Like there's one shrimp in here that I really like, but his legs aren't great. If I can find him, if he had nice legs, it'd be absolutely stunning, and a bit more uniformity in his back. But there's a couple in there that I could probably separate out anyway. And
Election time.
can you keep hearing the gnat thing go off?
I switched
Mine.
mine on.
2 seconds. Alexa, switch off Zapper.
Okay.
There you go. Done.
Tip, be careful with ADAB1 and DSP.
I'm not using ADA.
What went on there then, John? What was the outcome?
Probably a ball of algae.
Yes. Well, that would be my theory, but
It'll be the amount of nutrients. So this was I mean this was 3 weeks.
Oh no.
This
Yes,
is
it's all about getting the right amount, I guess.
this is SL Aqua.
I first do something similar 2019, my second year into shrimp keeping. Wasn't DSP, but it's very similar. Got it from Canada from mixed shrimps. To God, my time was like, yeah, I did green afros everywhere. Everything in the tank was covered. Yeah, again, I think it was the combination of all the nutrients from the V1 and the nutrients from what I was using, because it bloomed. I could not stop it. So I had to strip the tank and reset it.
So at the moment, I think I've got some on Aquasol and some on Master Soil, some on Envir. I'm starting to move stuff over to a mix of environment and ADA. I'm still, the ADA gives a slightly higher pH of so that's environment. This was it's been left for weeks and weeks, so this has got algae. But I've literally just moved some low grade, very low grade
I
blue
purchased the
bolts in.
files off Shrimp King, Chris Lookout, on his
Yeah,
website. I don't know if that happened. He does it now, but I think he does it under, if I'm not wrong, Nature's Holic or
yeah,
Ollie and something else. His new food. He's teamed up with someone. He's left Shrimp King now.
yeah.
Yeah, you buy the files and then you're free to print them for yourself. Obviously, no distribution.
Yeah.
There you are, John. John's on it.
So, see, I've
You've
only
got to watch
moved.
it.
I've only
You learn,
moved those in because
you learn so
this
much
is.
from posters, believe me. You're
I've only
looking at them
moved.
daily.
I've only moved these low grade ones in just to see how they get on. Then they'll come out, and that's going to be. There's a few blue bolts that I want to move out and start breeding from. So hence me having these low grade ones in at the moment. And the only thing really for me left to do in here is I've got a tank to go there. So where the galaxies are, I'm going to move my fancy tigers up there. So everything low are going to be low to medium grade stuff and mixed tanks. But I need to spend some money. That's what I need to do. I know I need to spend some money.
That's the joy of the hobby. Certainly not a cheap hobby.
Yeah, I need to spend some money. I know I do. So is he selling you the downloads to print then, Chris? Because I've got some of the Natureholic stuff already.
Do I still have the Aura Blues, John? Some of them, but they are now in a mixed tank. They didn't do very well, especially on a low pH. Wasn't in a position to change the soil at the time, so they just kept dying. So I saved what I could and put them in my mixed tank. To cut a long story short, they didn't do very well. Carried in at parameters of standard TDS 150.
How have they
GH5.
done in the mixed tank?
It's all alive still.
It's mad, isn't it? Do you know, I did exactly the same with, I had some Inamaru PPL, and I can't remember how many I bought, 15, 20, 10, can't remember. But just kept losing one. Couple of, month or two later, lose another one. Month later, lose another one. And he got to the point where there was literally 4 or 5 left.
Yep.
I threw them in the mixed tank, and they've done brilliantly in the mixed tank.
Yeah,
Same with the PRO.
It's a curious one.
PRO really struggled with them. I moved 6 into a breeder. I moved 6 into a breeder. I moved 7 into a breeder, actually. One died. I haven't really done anything with them, feed them now and then. The 6 have sort of been around up until last week. I spotted that there was babies in there. And I've checked this yesterday, and there's only 4 adults. So, and I don't know where they've gone. So I've checked everywhere, even the tank that are in the breeder box on. Can't find them.
Have you
Two
moved
adults.
anything out of them tanks? Because a shrimp can travel far, believe me.
Nothing at all. And even if they went,
Yeah,
I mean, I
tiger
can't.
variant, too bad. Well, you say
They've
that,
got,
John, but a lot of minor tiger species what are still kicking on and rolling up here and thriving. I've never been one to dabble and change. I mean, although I do use the GH tiger for them species.
GH plus
Hello
one.
again, pure and simple.
Hi, Shrimple. So I've looked everywhere. If they'd gone over the weir, so they're in the tank where I don't know if people remember. I'd put stuff in and they'd gone over the weir, and I lost 3 really nice shrimp that I'd selected to breed
We
from.
have nice clusters here as well. And here. My favourite shrimp, Vinland Fancy Tiger. Best of the best.
And I've checked under the tanks. I've checked in the tanks. If they went over the weir, they couldn't have got onto the lid because the lid there was a good couple of inch gap between the condensation tray and where the weir is, but they'd have to climb
Hello,
up and
newbie.
over a
Hello,
sponge.
newbies. Sorry, I'm a newbie. So please, if I do wrong, just tell me.
Just looking through some.
Tell me on camera. Yeah, Shrimp Factory. That was Shrimp Factory UK. I'll get the UK bit. That was also Chris Lauco. But when he first started doing pictures of the Vinland, when Vin first really came on the scene in the UK, and obviously not mainland Europe, being Germany and that, 'cause they're way ahead.
Because you could buy the hard copies before Brexit, couldn't you?
You could, yes.
And
But
then they stopped.
copyrights came in and everything changed.
So is I can't think of his website. It's not Garnellen House or something.
Yeah, he does a bit of work for them, but he also does Natureholic.
Yeah, I've got some Natureholic posters up here.
Natureholic.
1, 2, 3 Natureholic.
By the files, and then you free to print them. Obviously, you cannot distribute them because that is copyright, and well, not copyright, but
That was the same with the Calvin Wong one. But I spoke to Calvin and asked if I could.
Get them in Germany.
I spoke to Calvin and asked if I could distribute them, not to sell, but if I could give them to customers and stuff, and he said, yeah.
Not everybody's like that, Glenn.
Calvin was brilliant, to be fair. Calvin was sound. I think he just liked the idea of his work being out there.
Wow, wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
You didn't want one of these. You've got nowhere to put it, have you, Rob? What's
that?
This one.
No, but I've got one very similar, but it's out of date, so I cut the date off the bottom.
I don't know why the date's on the bottom. Because he sent me to.
Got to have posters in your bedroom, and then on my other wall these are all fish species what I keep, and just a good help to identify and surprising every time you walk past it every day, and what you absorb just from social vision. AW Kelvin Wong.
I don't know what she's doing. Other one's in bed.
Show us your shrimps.
I ain't got nothing special.
I'm sure you have, you just don't realise it.
It's
Hello, anyone else joining us?
Bloodshot.
Bloodshot Carriadina. Red target, tangerine target cross.
Just reds that I've pulled out and separated. Nothing special. I think I started with 3. There's about 15 now. I'm trying to see if I can get these white dominant to breed, but they haven't yet. And then in here, I've got. So I think I put 6 in. This is the tank that I lost 3. They climbed up over the weir. They've got like that bronze rose gold coloration, and there are young in here, so they have bred.
Can't beat Bloodshots.
They're about a week old.
Everybody loves them. And they're very durable, as I've tested.
About a week old, these. So they're from some nice parents. I selected. I selected 6. And,
prolific breeding shrimp. Prolific. You get that sweet number. You want berry shrimp day in, day out. Personally, as I call them, a basement bargain shrimp. They're one of the nicest, in my opinions.
Buried. I think buried. Buried.
No, I'm northeast, pure and shrimple.
Buried.
Kingston upon Hull.
I'm not sure if pure and shrimple is UK, Rob. I don't think pure and shrimple.
England.
Pure white line. Some low grade fancy tigers in the next tank. Some cherries here. And a few
beautiful part of the country.
Few Amanos left.
Bethany Wallace was there when I was a child. Long way to go from up north, but it was always worth it because the ice cream was divine.
Orange Neos that are going.
And snails need some calcium.
They've had loads, mate. Galaxies. They're just on test.
Here we are. Hello, little babies.
Look at that one.
I was your real dad.
Got some real dark ones on the go.
I've still got them. I've still got reds.
There's a few just red, but I'm starting to get some dark ones to go through.
The old red ones go out.
This is another shrimp I've been struggling with.
German spotted pinto.
Yep.
That's surprising because. Do you dilly-dally with the tank a lot?
No.
Because I know what you like.
10%. 10% every week.
Have you tried doing a bigger water cage?
Also, could do.
Have you thought about getting some new blood into the mix?
I have.
That would be one of my tips.
I mean, they're probably old.
Don't just stick to one flavour person.
So this tank goes cloudy, and I don't know why. I think it's
bloodline already. Then don't mess it up.
Keep it
as it is.
Snails, tangerine tigers, dragon bloods,
flame moss.
This is a mixed tiger tank. So there's wilds, reds, tangerines, and orange eye blue genetics in there. orange eyed blues. Really dark. And you know what they've done really well on?
Don't surprise me with the pH of 6.3 to 6.5 pH.
0.5 pH as well.
John said earlier.
I was shocked by
I've
it.
never had an issue with tigers, apart from blue auras, which have tiger of sort.
Mix. So this was the tank. I took all
Red
the
laser flame moss is really good if you want something to grow tall. That's your moss.
This was where all my galaxies were. There's loads of babies in it, so I've left it as a grow out tank. And I mean, there's loads in there.
Just takes time to grow them.
Nice boost there with my pet hate on the rock that I can never get rid of.
How'd you jump rope?
Hate and stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant
this is
blackbeard algae.
This is a wicked piece of
boost.
Not
for me. It gets everywhere. One little piece goes, and that is it.
It's viral, yeah. And then these are going to get moved, and I'm going to work on these.
Shrimp Factory UK. What filters do you guys prefer to use? Sponge towels, UGF boxes, etc. I use all array of filtration from
all of the
UGF
all
boxes,
of the above.
Hamburg Matten, sponge filtration, double sponge filtration, Matten tower,
Hamburg towers, Hamburg
Matten tower with a power add-on filtration.
Yeah.
The best success wise I've had is Hamburg Matten. Full sponge filter out the back.
I want to do some work on these.
Speaking to Benny to keep bees at low TDS, yeah.
So there are
150 to 100. It does actually say that on the well drop Tiger GH.
So there are some blues in here that are worth pulling out and separating. And
nice crazy blue.
And that one.
You want them ones out?
Yeah, so that I've set up a tank on environment.
They're blue steels, and that's a blue bolt.
Yeah, they're going to get separated. All the deep blues are coming out into another tank. I've literally just got. So up there, it's just. I'm just testing some other blues. You can only say it's a steel if you know its genetics. Otherwise, it's a bolt. So they might look steel like, but you can't. And then I've got a tank down here that's got nothing in. So that's ready for something. So I need to spend some money. But to be honest, what I'm planning on doing, let's zoom out. What I'm planning on doing is, as I mentioned, that tank there that's just got some low grade shrimp in at the moment, they're out of that blue tank. So I'm going to leave them a couple of weeks to see how they get on in that different soil to what they're on. So there was on soil and they're going on to environment. And if there's no issues, then we'll come out.
Red laser, I've seen it get a lot bigger.
Then we'll come out, and these will be.
That's my favourite moth right there. Hooker Ace.
I need to thin it out, to be honest.
Unless True Mini Peely was readily available, then Hooker Ace is my favourite.
I've got some. I've got 2 pads ready to go. I should make some up and sell them. But so I've got one there, and they're on mesh pads. There's one there. They're ready to sell. But that's what they become. They're absolutely stunning. But I think what I'll do is I'll probably strip one down entirely, make pads off it, and put them up for sale, and then probably move one of the ones that I've already padded back in. But I'm going to have a massive mix tank by the time I've done what I want to do, and then I'll put some new blood in.
You've done right. It's all right, Joe. But yeah, it does make a mess. It is a messy moss, but if you get it, you just get it right. Well, it's perfect. It's all about getting it down solid. Once it's down, just don't disturb it. Because if you do, up it goes.
What's that?
Mini peelia, true mini peelia.
Yeah, it'll just coat, won't it? You have to leave it alone.
Yeah, you definitely don't trim it. I tried that, and I'm not a novice, and it ended in disaster.
I need to get my phone plugged in.
I'm pretty prepared.
I was only on 36%. To say we didn't. It was sort of a last minute thing that we decided that it was going to be live, and not just a live test.
I'm organised, unlike you. My phone has less than 75% in charge. Best TDS pen there is, unless you can get the AP60. The Apera.
It's not the best.
Yes, it is. You're going to go the one with the pH, aren't you?
It's not the best.
This one's the best. Glen always have to have better gadgets. So, be warned, if you buy something nice, you'll want something nicer.
It's not the best. This is the best because it's mine.
So yeah, but it's mine.
I use the same pen, and
this you can calibrate. Yes, it comes. 1 second. I'll show you all what it comes with. Might as well while I'm here. It comes with a lovely little Apera case, and in the case which I made, the case, it's like military grade made. Comes all your stuff you need to comes with 2 types of calibration fluid. One in micro Siemens, one in I can't remember the other one. Glen
degree. One's TDS, one's micro Siemens.
Yeah, micro Siemens TDS, but it has a name for it.
Yeah, TDS. I've got the TDS.
If you don't have a pen of this quality, really, you're onto you're starting a lot slower, and things will happen, unfortunately, to said shrimp. Which I'll hold my hands up. I've done it back in the beginning.
I was thinking about
twice, or invest in something once and have it a lifetime. And it's
so
I've started
really using the pH pen again as well. So I've got the pH and the TDS meter.
The AP60.
No, just the 2 separate. I've got the pH, and one's pH, one's TDS.
Why have you got separate and not one?
Because I think I'd already bought.
Okay.
I think I'd already bought the TDS 20. Yeah. And rather than then going and buying the really expensive one, I've just bought the
You went
pH
the short
pen.
route and not the long route.
So I recalibrated it today, and I'm getting. So my environment tank, as expected, was 5.5, and the SL Aqua was giving me 5.8. So I know the SL Aqua was slightly higher, but I've not had a problem with it being 5.8.
I never had. The only issue I had personally with SL Aqua, I found it ran out too quick. I only got 13, 14 months. You expect for what you pay, a
couple of years, yeah.
You want a couple of years at least before you reset
months
it.
plus, yeah.
Unless you use the thin layer method and the Asian box filter method and that, then obviously your reset time would be a lot shorter, as short as 6 months.
John's resetting every 6 months now.
The Asian were. They know their stuffs. I mean, if you follow predatory fins on YouTube, check out all their latest Asian tour videos in China, Thailand. Oh my god!
I've just had an idea for a video.
What's that?
In fact, I might have even done this video, and it's on my phone somewhere. How to calibrate the pen.
Definitely a good. It needs it. Have you seen the ones that are online available?
Yeah.
That being said, I did install my RO system, my new one, using YouTube, and it had the actual model, and it was done in 3 minutes.
When I put my
Again, buy cheap, buy twice. Cheap RO units, 50, 60 pounds, they're all right. For so long.
I added I think I'm on my 3rd RO unit.
This one will give me a long time. I just know it's made to last.
I'd use the compact ones. And what I found was every time if I went to change the membrane,
That's what I mean. It's set up like a breeder, John.
Every time I went to change the membrane,
it's messy. Oh, it's a very messy moss.
The system was dead.
Literally. One little piece gets in somewhere, it'll attach itself, and it will just grow. And grow, and keep growing.
So what's the tank?
Yeah, I've even had it in a bucket, what was full of muck, what is my weekly bucket to empty out. And I lifted the lid off it so I didn't get the smell in my room. And I had a big bolus of wassertan, no light. So it obviously ate up all the nutrients from the ammonia stinking water and just gone. Woo.
That rock that I showed it you on, I've used a tough brush and a wire brush on the rock where the wassertan's been put on, got rid of all of it, put it back in the tank, and it's still come back. So
the only way to really get rid of it is totally empty your tank, give it a nitrogen peroxide wash out, literally scrape it, all the corners scrape it, and then the stuff you're putting back in, triple check.
I couldn't with that because it's got rooted boost on it.
It's that simple recycle tank for wassertan, otherwise you just end up with some wassertan.
And get everywhere, yeah. Hate it, absolutely hate it. I was saying on the RO unit, I bought an auto shut-off valve, and the instructions were rubbish. So I rang finest filters up, and he sort of tried to explain to me how to do it. Still couldn't get it, and I sat there and worked it out.
Man did well with all like John. Yeah,
yeah, I do. That algae in that little tank with them low grade bolts in. That tank had been covered, blacked out for a week. I put blackboards above it, beside it, in front of it, behind it. So there might have been a tiny bit of light coming through. And after 9 days, that algae was still green. You know, that like cotton algae on the base.
Interesting.
Still green. So anyway, random live. There weren't anything planned. I don't know if you guys have got any additional questions or.
Fire away. Ask and you shall receive.
If you have, fire away. If not, I'm going to end the stream, I think, because it was just a test one. I'm on one. I think I'm on one Wednesday.
Keep my language down and make sure me.
Alexa, switch on AC unit.
I don't do people. This is a big thing for me. I wish I did do people because it's a shame, really, but I am who I am. I won't be made this way if I want that way.
Just switch the AC.
I did make the game at Algal, Pure and Trimple. Unfortunately, the 1-0 thing stopped us getting promoted.
Jacob.
But I didn't want promotion. Hello, Jacob.
So if anyone's just joined, it's not.
Like a shrimp house.
It was just a random.
HSH.
We decided to go live. We were going to do a test, and Rob wanted to come on live, and we decided to just go live instead of doing it private. So here we are. I don't know if you guys have got any questions, but I need to speak to Jake about it.
Glenn, you to switch my Alexa on. Alexa is so sensitive.
Oh, have I? Did it turn your AC on as well? That's what I asked us to do. Oh, that's beautiful. I need to turn. It's pointing directly at me. It's so warm in here.
Hope we're all okay and good and well and healthy.
22. Are you still coming down, Jacob, in the summer? So was hoping Jacob would come down here in the summer.
Fix your shrimp for you.
Yeah, and hopefully bring some with him.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Make it worth his while coming all the way down here.
Oh my God, look who's back. Is that me or Glenn? Must be me.
Oh,
I don't know GLP. Who's GLP shrimp?
I'm not sure, but is it Gavin?
Oh, is it Gavin?
I think it's Gavin. So
Hello, Gavin.
the
If it's not Gavin, hello.
the thumbnail that I did was guess who's back? ... That was the thumbnail I put on for the live.
My channel name, I don't actually know it because I've never been set up for subscription. This is my first time, so I couldn't tell you it off the top of my head.
Your channel's Mr. Fishbert.
That's the one. I don't just keep fish, I keep shrimp, I keep crabs, I keep snails, I keep isopods, I keep spiders, I keep, like Glenn, bit of everything. But like the aquatic side of things, right now I'm going through an aquatic plant phase where I'm trying to escape some tanks to the best of my ability anyway. So, and I think I'm doing a good job.
Just reading through some of the chat.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I gathered when the silence happens, Glenn, it means you're reading because you're just like me. That's exactly what I'd do. If my voice comes to me
and I'm
reading,
like this because the tech's so small. I've got a small phone, so it would help massively if everybody liked the live stream. If you, I think if you click on the three,
thumbs up.
I think if you click on the three dots, it hides the chat and you can hit the like button. So
hope you're all having a good evening so far. You vapes, I smoke.
We weren't sure if you could actually smoke on a live, but I'm
not encouraging smoking here. I'd discourage it to any person what comes to my face and said I want to smoke. I'd be like, ain't happening. So
well,
I think I ever did and got into.
I probably should read the community guidelines, but I never have. But I probably should.
Vaping's not that widely researched, really, is it? Smoking kills. Don't smoke, children.
I know that you get a strike off YouTube if you swear within the first 30 seconds of the live stream.
Not once. I'm trying to keep you from swearing. I can see it.
I think the rules are you can't swear within the first 30 seconds.
I did wonder because I have heard videos. Well, one of the live shows I watch, they do a lot of cursing, as they call it in America.
Who have I watched today? I watched some American geezer pay $6,000 for You know, when they buy a storage unit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he bid it $6,000 and got about 35 grand's worth of kit out of it, but it was all armory stuff, so rifles and shotguns, and loads of it, absolutely loads of it. Never
There's
usually watching.
a lot of them on TV. I watch, but of them type of shows. But I think there are a lot of them are staged because some of the things they found, people just won't keep.
This
You'd have
YouTube
catch
one,
them
I
a long
think,
time ago.
was genuine, and then I watched another video with. I watched a couple of shorts. I put a short out myself.
Good evening, anyone joining us?
I watched
Storage
a
Hunters, that's the one. I used
guy
to love
called
it going into that. I
a guy
found out
called
it was scripted and all that and staged, so I stopped watching.
I watched a guy called Tavarish, and he had
Yeah, Tavares, yeah.
Ben Collins, the Stig,
Ginger ale.
the ex Stig, and he was over in the States, and they were walking around like a Copart lot, and I think Ben Collins was looking at a Porsche, and Tavarish was looking at a Lamborghini Aventador. So it's his second channel. I was watching on the second channel, and they were taking the mick out of Matt Armstrong for losing his Porsche on the Top Gear circuit.
Yeah, it did. I saw that one. So
But Ben Collins crashed come off in one of his cars, didn't he?
yeah, he did. I saw it. Scraped all the side and it took all the edges off the car.
Watch that one as well. Storage Hunters definitely staged. Just reminder, you tap the three dots top right corner to like. There you go. Thanks, Red Laser.
Anyone got any shrimp related discussion they'd like to talk about?
Or fish.
Yeah, or fish. Or
If
any
you ask,
type of
if you ask Rob nicely, he might flip his camera and do a tour of his tanks.
I'll just finish my cigarette and I'll do that. But before I do, I'll just go turn the lights on. Be right back.
Because I haven't. All Rob's room was shrimp tanks last time I went up there, and I haven't been up for a while. Went up in a storm, so the Humber Bridge was shut, and it was blowing a gale, proper blowing a gale. And I actually think I was on my knees. That sounds terrible, but I was on my knees catching yellow Neo Caridina, and every time you thought you got them all, there was another 20 babies in there. And I actually think it was the start of my bad back journey. It's Rob's fault I got a bad back.
I don't need bad back.
But I don't know if anyone agrees. If you catch lots of shrimp, I'm moving the camera for a reason because I'm going to stand up. But I don't know if anyone agrees. When you're catching shrimp after shrimp after shrimp, or moving shrimp from a tank, how much of an impact it has on your back.
Is that Blue Roll? I get Blue Roll free.
Hi, Keith. We did a test stream, Keith, and it was originally planned in for just me and Rob on an unlimited.
It was meant to be not showed, but I
lives
on
YouTube.
I've not cast one.
We decided to just go live. I'm going to try something here. Let me see. I don't know if I can do this. I wondered if you could add a third person, but I don't think you can.
Start it again. I've got time.
No, I don't think you can. That just highlights. That turns the screen. No, I don't think you can. I think at the start you can, So if I'd have invited somebody, I might be able to invite somebody else, but I've got a feeling it's limited to two this way. If we need to, we could test it. I think if you needed more than two, you'd probably have to use StreamYard or something. And StreamYard, you can get 4, 5, 6, I think up to 10 people on StreamYard. So I haven't shown you the top of my head. So talk us through your tanks then, Rob.
These are my baby albino Neolampalagus brushadi, aka the fairy cichlids, and there's endless amounts of them.
There's 2 or 3 generations, isn't there?
But sorry, 5 generations of babies, and they all live harmoniously together. They don't
That's
eat
good,
each
then.
other. Very
It's
simple
the
fish to keep if you've got hard water. And as you can see, they love to dig. That's a big. There's some that live in this corner here, as you can see. They're everywhere.
Are those low boy tanks as well, Rob?
Yeah.
So what sort of size do they get to, inch and a half?
Yeah, about 1.5 inch maximum. If you added the length of the tail strands when they grow, then just over 2 inches.
So a bit smaller than a crebensis then?
Depends which species of crebensis you keep, because I've got crebensis what are very small and they're fully grown, and I've got crebensis what are very big. But then I keep 3 different. I keep pelvochromis, which is your crebensis, pelvochromis maliwe, and I keep nanochromis perilus, which are an East African rock crebensis.
Are they small?
Females are small, males are big. Right, then I'll take you round with my camera still attached to this thing, and then it beats having to take it off. Shrimp tanks. This is my orange-eyed mixed tank. This is an experiment tank, and it's producing all sorts. Go back a bit there.
Is that orange-eyed dragon blood in there?
No. There's bits of all sorts. There's all sorts popping out. And this is my Tiger Pinto Galaxy Tiger Pintos. If I can get the bloody blooming thing. That one's a nice one right there. That's that tank. UGF with a small layer, but I like that. And that filtration there is ambegmatin with moss growing out of it.
What moss?
Fissendens and mini Fissendens is taken to it.
Oh, where?
These here are my bloodshot.
That will look amazing when it grows down. Because Fissendens will hang.
These are one of my favourites and the most affordable. If I was recommending anyone to start off with Caridina, apart from Tangerine Tigers, I would go down the route of these.
I think they're hardier than tangerines.
They're just bomb-proof. A mixed tank, but they're all hard in for some reason, and I've only just put some food in. There's babies everywhere. Also, there's all sorts of weird babies as well.
Obviously, didn't you have a green one? Didn't you spit out a green one?
Yeah, it came green, but it died. These are my dragon bloods with the odd stray red calcio. I'm just doing a little experiment. I'm sending 10 to PTUs on Wednesday.
Yeah,
He said, "What from?" I said, "Nothing." He went, "What?" I said, "It's a birthday present." Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, Pete sound. I've lost your pictures. Your pictures frozen, Rob.
African, all these species of fish in here are African. All these tetras, Lungocepins, Congo tetra, and yellowtail Congo tetras, which you don't often see. There's a breeding pair of Nanochromis pyrrhulis in here, and as you can see, it's heavily planted. I'm going through a bit of a plant phase, hence why I've become like MD. I've got plants stored. What's on next? Sorry about that. Here we are. Neolamprolagus tungwinsi.
They paired up.
Yeah. That one. That one. That's a house there.
I like them.
That's the male. If you look on the top fin, you'll see two black dots, two dots with black with white. That's how you know it's female. Males don't have it.
I like them. They're nice.
I can't really get down to my other tanks. But I can take you on a journey to more of a little extension. This is my rainbow fish tank. See if I can turn the lights on without spooking the fish. Just cancel the 24 cycle out. Here we go. This is heavily planted again. This has got yellow fork-tailed blue-eyed rainbows and threadfin rainbows. Spearboy corridorus, which was bred by myself. Snow white plecos, which was bred by myself. Pandagara, right there, little Pandagara. I've got 10 of them. And I think, oh, there's a crib trying to play hide and seek. You can't see me. I see you.
And forks owls are nice.
Yeah, they are a nice schooling fish. Funny enough, the yellow forktails are schooling with the threadfins and vice versa. The threadfins will grow really long fins above and below.
I wonder if you had more of them, they'd still school with the red fins, or are the red fins schooling with them?
Possibly. This is Pelvichromis crebensis maliwe. Maliwe is a region in Africa, which is where these are from. They're a crebensis, but very different, more yellow. But you won't see them because pots where water buried. That's his home, and that's their home. They're paired up, but they're just not playing fire. And then next to that, I've got some terrariums going on. Bit of all sorts of millipedes in there and bit of everything.
Are the goggers in there?
Yeah, the goggles are there. Don't do much, it's been there all week.
He's still alive though, I know you can see him.
Yeah,
you can see he's alive.
Yeah. They don't eat, the diet consists of not very much. Got a very slow metabolism. Back to the room we go. And this right here is my little, these cheap big plastic bins. These are my water bins. This is my RO for soft water. This is my hard water bin. This is rack 1. Runs off filtration through air pumped into 22mm UPVC tube. Middle rack. This is all African shell dwellers. And then African shell dwellers. Oh, sorry, I've got the dragon bloods up top. Water storage. Full shelf. This tank's my favourite tank in Africans. I wake up to that every morning. Oh, and then sorry, I've got this one. This is not water, this is a terrarium. This is all live real plants. It's got a misting system fitted to it. This has crabs in it, beetles, isopods. It's self-sustained ecosystem basically. And that, Master Glen, is a quick run through.
Nice. Changed a bit since I was last up there.
Right, let's get to the shop. It's only 10 minutes away from me. Lovely setup, Rob. Thanks, John. That's
So
not hot. You got your head them, Gavin.
Gorge just says that
Yeah,
he'd love to.
Where are you based, Red Laser? Because
I
they
think
had many in. And they actually had 2 more species of African cichlids, but my £300 only stretched to £295. I couldn't get more what I wanted, and I didn't want to overstock my tanks. Oh, Canada. Yes, this is what I mean. The tenner, as the saying goes here, the 10 a penny, you can either get loads or they're just non-existent. And this time they had some little stunners in, so I was like, the offer was for 6. So I was like, well, I'll take 12. I'll take 12 for these. They have fish. It's a lovely shop in the UK called Wharf Aquatics, and they have, I mean, not many shops in the UK, if at all, keep shrimp. And they had a shrimp wall. They had wall full of shanners, snakeheads, very rare snakeheads, monster
is it
fish.
North Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, it's North Nottinghamshire, Nottinghamshire, Derbyshire. It's under the Nottingham postcode, but anyone who likes to travel, it's worth a day out alone. Really good variety they have. I mean, fish I'd never seen, and I've been keeping fish or been involved with fish since 1991. So I don't even know how many years that is.
Hopefully, if the current trend in my health stays the
It's a
same,
great shop.
I might
It's
be able
probably
to do a trip up there.
it's the best aquatic shop in the UK. And if you like hardscape, their driftwood pieces, never seen that like it. Yeah, they even had zebra bounty shrimp in.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got on my camera, am I?
What sort of price were they fetching?
Zebra bounty was, hang on, £4.50 each, or £6, one of them. Or if you bought 6, you got them for the equivalent of £4.50, I think. Which I thought was fair price. I mean, you should have seen their Bloody Marys. They even had separate sections for like low grade, medium grade, high grade on all colours. Really well done.
One of my local fish shops, and I've mentioned this so many times.
It's a good shop to recommend. Shrimp Factory.
He sells low grade cherries, 3 for 20 quid. Like 50p shrimp, 3 for 20 quid.
I mean, it's worth it at the end of the day because
I think Shrimp Factory's Derby.
oh, if it's in Derby, it's right there then. Because it's more in Derby than it is in Nottingham. If am I right there?
I'm not sure. I've never.
I remember seeing the stand for Derby. I wish it was in what distance of me. Definitely the best shop. It's very you see it from the outside and you don't think much, but when you walk in, it's like it grows inside.
So this 30-minute stream's an hour and 8 minutes in.
You can end whenever you want to end, Glenn. It's been a pleasure.
Has anyone got?
This was just a test, but if there was anyone with questions or anything like that, I want to know anything. Right.
Kingston on the board with Derby. Yeah, probably, John. I've got a couple planned in. Me and Rob are going to do one on Carradina for beginners.
Purely shrimp related stuff. No fish talk from me. Shrimp.
But what we're probably going to do is just
soil till it pours out
discussion points together first, and give it sort of 2-3 weeks advertisement, and just push it for 2 or 3 weeks and see how many people we can get on. In the Facebook group, we put a poll of, and people could add to it, of what they'd like to see, and Carradina for beginners won it. So that won the live stream.
The big question. Carradina for beginners, where do you start?
I know, I like, you've got some
Carradina are not a beginner. They are, the first thing to crack with Carradina shrimp quickly is working out what RO is and what it means.
Yeah, and
That's
you can't
without
keep them on tap water. It just won't happen.
somewhere tried and tested, failed
Yeah.
miserably.
So that would have been point one anyway on there. But yeah, James has got some really nice black spotted black German heads.
You
Spotted
don't see the black
pintos.
version. You don't often
Yeah,
see black and white.
he's got some blacks or blues, blacks I think. But
Fortunate pure and sim shrimp all this.
I need to keep my own spotted pintos alive first.
A lot of them
But
do.
I might
When
give
you ask
Dan
them
a ring.
what active soil the like were, and whereas
Riz,
Wharf Aquatic, which I go to, they sell more varieties of active soil than I've ever seen in my whole life, entire life. And I was like, wow. And then when I asked one of the guys about soil, he gave me a full rundown of soil, which again I was like, wow, you don't get that from a shop. They've got a person for each section. If you want specialist nano tank advice, go see the nano guy. If you want shrimp advice, they've got a shrimp guy. If you want African cichlids, they've got an African guy. Just a brilliant shop. Long drive up even from Devon. If you're really into fishing, you want to go home with some super rare stuff, and I mean rare, then pay a visit. It's worth a day out. Separate system, I believe they run off. So everything's in like sections.
Pure and Trimble says all the shops around here sell them on tap water. Yeah, I know that they do here as well. A lot of them do here. I'm not going to be on here much longer because I'm starting to struggle. But I've mentioned this many times that they get low grade. I know where he gets them from as well. So they're coming in from Czech Republic, and they'll get low grade crystals, sell them for like £10 each or £15 each, and they're on a tap water system, and it don't work. But they're only interested in making money. They're not interested in the welfare of those animals. I guarantee you. Because if they were,
I believe there's some now becoming wise to it more.
I've said to him, I said, you can't keep them on tap water. And he says, well, seems to be doing all right in here.
Well, that's right. I tested it and it failed. And I didn't just put them onto tap water, did I? I slowly increased the GH. Then I slowly introduced a low dosage of KH. Removed the soil, went over to sand, did it over 6-month cycle, and there was buried in there, but you just never saw babies. And then eventually they die off after a year.
Yeah. Same as my spotted head pintos. Guys, I'm going to end this because I'm really struggling.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on, guys. Bit of a random one, but
I've enjoyed it.
We'll definitely get this Carradina for newbies one going.
Okay.
Take care, guys. Thanks, Rob.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.